Washington trailing Dallas 10-7 as both teams return from the locker rooms after their halftime visits with various coaches. 10-7 Dallas. The Cowboys got a field goal just before halftime. This afternoon it was announced that an NFL Charities grant of $25,000 was made to Boys Hope to support its youth programs. Overall, the NFL has contributed more than $300,000 to the efforts of Boys Hope. NFL Charities was formed so that the NFL clubs could collectively make grants to worthy national causes. It has made grant commitments of more than $17 million since its inception.
Well, the Redskins are getting to kick off now. This is a different formation, Pat. They must be going to break from this. There they go. Look at that. Guys running all over the place.
What does that get done, I wonder?
Well, you don't know your assignment until they break.
Kevin Williams will return the kick. He gets out to about the 28 before he's knocked down by good coverage. Derek Brownlow again. He made 2 tackles. The game summary: total drives 12, total punts 9. That's by both teams. Emmitt Smith 10 carries, 38 yards, and that 22nd touchdown of this year. 23rd rushing touchdown this season. Allen has 11 carries to lead the Redskins. 1st and 10 at their own 28 for Dallas.
I think another big thing is no turnovers.
Aikman gives to Emmitt Smith. Emmitt lost the ball. Larry Allen got it back. He's on the bottom of that pile, and he was the first.
Emmitt Smith, the ball carrier.
Look at that official trying to get down in there. Look at this guy right here. He's fighting down there. You got to get that head in there.
He's going to dig a hole in the carpet.
Well, you have to. You have to get your head down in the carpet to see where the ball is. They knocked his hat off.
Yeah.
His head wasn't in it, but he's still got his glasses on.
Yeah, that's a break.
He can fight down there with the best of them. The last time I saw the ball, I thought Larry Allen had it.
I think he got there first.
Then how could Darrell Green end up taking it away from Larry Allen?
No, a lot of things go on in those piles like that.
Yeah.
Conversation that you wouldn't repeat.
It's a Cowboys ball anyway, because it really was Larry Allen that had that thing under there. Had that pigskin.
2nd and 1. Just gotten word that Charles Haley has lower back spasms, and his return is questionable as Aikman gives to Darrell Johnston, and the Moose cries go up as he gets the Cowboy first down.
Well, Moose has 2 plays, and they call him about twice a game, and this is the guy that does all the running, of course, is Emmitt Smith. If you look, he made 5 yards to the left, 32 yards up the middle, and none to the right. And of course, his touchdown was also up the middle. And you know, when you have big Derek Kennard in there at center, you got Larry Allen at one guard, you got Nate Newton at the other guard. The middle isn't a bad place to run.
Nate Newton in front along with Larry Allen, and this is Emmitt Smith. Both guards out. You don't see the Cowboys do that very often.
No, but they can do that well. You know, you always think of Nate Newton, you think that he's just a big guy that can't move, but Nate Newton can move. As Nate will tell you, he can dance. And this is the thing. Here's the sweep, is you get both guards pulling this way, and then you get Emmitt Smith kind of getting in behind those guards. The first one kicks out, and then the second one tries to lead up through. But look at that big beef move. They didn't even, I think the guy that Nate was going to block, I think that was he just sold out. He saw big old Nate cover. He said, I'll just go down. You don't even have to block me.
2nd and 5, Aikman Irvin. The pass is very nearly picked off by the Redskins as Darrell Green jumped it.
He will jump a slant on you, and again, that's that 13-year veteran. You keep running that slant, you keep running that thing, and he's going to jump it. And here you see, he's had enough. He's been waiting enough on that thing, and he just waited inside on that, and that should have been an interception.
3rd and 5. 3 wide receivers for the Cowboys. Corey Fleming wide left. This is Kevin Williams in motion. Aikman looking right. gets Novacek. And Novacek gets a Cowboy first down, brought down by Taylor.
One thing that Troy Aikman always tries to do is get everyone in the game. In the first half, it was kind of Michael Irvin, Kevin Williams, and Emmitt Smith running. So now he comes back and he hands the ball to Moose Johnston, and then he gets a pass to Jay Novacek. You know, get everyone involved in the game. That was Novacek's first catch, and he usually gets him involved much earlier than the third quarter.
Novacek got the first down. Aikman gets to Smith. Emmitt Smith gets inside the Redskin 40, another Cowboy first down. Stanley Richards made the stop.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, that usually the guys that tackle Emmitt Smith are the safeties or the corners, the defensive backs, because that line does such a good job of blocking right there that the linemen don't get to him. And they block the linebackers don't get to him, and then the first guy that hits him is the free safety, Stanley Richard, in that case.
And usually it's Smith delivering the blow instead of the tackler making the blow. That time,
Stanley Richard. He came flying up there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He was saying, I tackled him the time before. He tackled him downfield. This time he said he was going to come up and get him. You can see how they tackle him. 5 by the defensive line, 2 by the linebackers, and then the rest there by the secondary. But Stanley Richard that time wasn't going to wait for him. He came flying up there. Let's just watch it. Here he is here. Now he's reading that run. He sees it right now, and he doesn't wait. He takes that backside gap, and he goes right for Emmitt Smith's head. He wasn't going to wait until he got down there about 5 or 10 yards. He took that backside gap himself.
Larry Allen got up slowly after the last play, and he heads for the sideline.
And of course, they already lost their center, Ray Donaldson, last week, that had been playing such great football for this team.
Ron Stone in his place. In Allen's place, Novacek in motion, 2nd and 7. Aikman will throw it. Tried to wheel it outside to Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, Tim Johnson was right there, and that's why he had to wheel it out. You see, Tim Johnson is right here, and he's going to get a push up the middle. Now, if Aikman could throw the ball when he wanted to, it would have been okay. When he goes 5-step boom, but he went the pump. And after he went the pump, when he brought the ball back down from the pump, there was Tim Johnson.
Penalty against the Cowboys. They've marked it off. Not quite sure what it is. Michael Irvin, Darrell Green.
Yeah, Michael Irvin, that time, Michael Irvin just grabbed him by the face mask on that. What they ruled was a backward pass.
Aikman under pressure again. Incomplete. Fleming in the area, but it didn't get there. Redskins have done a pretty good job putting some pressure on Aikman.
I think they've done a great job. I think they've done a great job of putting pressure, and I think they've done a great job here of coverage. You talk about Darrell Green and jumping something. You see, he guesses. If they were going to run the inside, he takes away the inside. Instead of just covering, letting catch the ball, what they're starting to do is jump or run underneath these Cowboys patterns and getting in interception angles instead of knockdown angles.
John Jett will punt to Brian Mitchell. He signals fair catch at the 17, and that's where the Redskins will start with 10:50 left to play in the third quarter. 10-7 Dallas lead.
Let's look at the Magnum Power Sales event one word at a time. Magnum, as in Magnum Engines, as in Dodge Ram, ranked most appealing pickup by J.D. Power & Associates. Power, overall the most powerful line of truck engines on the planet. Sales, save on 5.2 and 5.9-liter V8s up to $670, or $500 on Cummins diesel. And event, it's the first time America's hottest pickups have ever been on sale like this. At America's Truck Stop, the new Dodge.
What are the odds of the sharper image Continental Airlines Grand Destinations, Royal Caribbean Cruises, and FTD all having a sale at exactly the same time. Actually, they're quite good. Presenting Master Values from MasterCard. Immediate savings of 10 to 40% at places all over right now. Exclusively for people who use MasterCard.
Dear Dave, I was making up my holiday list when I suddenly realized I already have everything. Then it struck me. I haven't had one of your delicious Monterey Ranch chicken sandwiches in a long time. That irresistible combination of Wendy's whole breast filet, creamy ranch dressing blended with bacon and Monterey Jack. I'd pay $1 million to have one right now.
Delivering. Wendy's Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich. It's back.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by the new Dodge. We're thinking ahead. By Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers. By MasterCard, it's more than a credit card, it's smart money. And by Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
That's not Troy Aikman's house.
Hey, you noticed, Pat, Troy Aikman's trying to grow a beard, and he just can't do it. I mean, you know, the blonde-haired guys, a lot of them have trouble, but I can't even, I'm looking as close as I can, and I can't see any beard, but that's a 4-day beard, isn't it?
It's a passive attempt.
No, it's very, very passive.
Here's Terry Allen. Out to about the 20. There it is.
You know, here it is, but see, I mean, he got a little in here and a little up there here, but he doesn't have anything here at all. Watch, when you take it off, he doesn't have anything going up in there.
Well, you got to give him time. He just had his 29th birthday.
I know, but I don't think he's doing a very good. I'd quit. I mean, you know, like if you've been working out for like 4 days and that's all you get, and the going gets tough. If it's that tough, just quit.
Well, you can't just quit.
Yes, you can. Well, that's the old saying. When the going gets tough, quit. Never lose.
That's a coach's saying that I ever heard. Incomplete from Shuler to Allen. Maryland put the rush on.
Here's Russell Maryland right here. Now, Leon Ladd, of course, is the other tackle. And one thing they do is they both get a push up the middle. That time they're trying to get a screen pass, and what you do is you block that tackle and you let them go. But then you hope that your screen is open. When you block the tackle, let them go, and your screen isn't open, then that guy gets a pass rush.
Third down. Shuler, good time this time. Henry Ellard, beg your pardon, Leslie Shepard made the reception and got the first down.
And he made a good move at the end on Scott Case, because Scott Case was in a position to tackle him before he got the first down. Watch Shepard. He's going to get the ball here. He doesn't have the first down yet. You see the move on Scott Case right there? There's a lot of good moves there. I mean, there's hopping and jumping and everything.
See a lot of white jerseys flashing across the picture.
Yeah, with just a hand outstretched.
And he's still upright. First and 10, Washington at their own 32. Shuler back to throw. Pass complete to Jamie Asher. And Asher crosses the 15, goes out of bounds at the Dallas 47.
You're talking about young players. This Jamie Asher, the tight end, is one of the guys that Norv Turner really likes. And he thinks that, you know, that he is going to be one of those guys that's going to be a real tight end that you can block and you can throw the ball to, and he can run with it.
That's the pass distribution by the Redskins. That was the first to a tight end.
And you see for 21 yards, because the type of tight ends they have, Scott Galbraith and James Jenkins, that have been playing are more like blocking tight ends and pass receiving tight ends.
Terry Allen gets around the corner into the Dallas 40. Darren Smith made the stop.
In fact, James Jenkins on that play was a blocker that really made the play go. He's like an H-back, the second tight end, and he comes across, and you're going to see him right here. He'll kind of sneak across. He's trying to hide from these guys behind him, and then boom, he makes a block over here, and then that's where Terry Allen's going to take the ball. You see him kind of sneak, and then boom, make that block right there, and that's the block that sprung Terry Allen.
Here's Allen again, trying to get to the outside. Gets only a couple of yards shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and about a yard. Darren Woodson to make the stop.
Well, Terry Allen on these last couple of plays have been trying to get to the outside, but if you see in the first half, for most of his runs, 10 yards to the left, 55 yards up the middle, and nothing to the right. In fact, that last run right there was his first run to the right, but they, like the Cowboys, have had success running up the middle. Really, they use both of them use the same offense.
When he gets 100 yards like Emmitt Smith with the Cowboys, they usually win. This is Terry Allen. He gets a first down. Just tripped up before he broke it. Robert Jones tripped him up.
Yeah, they like to run to that right side behind Trey Johnson and Ed Simmons. But the other thing they do is pull that off guard. Watch number 67, Ray Brown, coming here. He leads a lot of these plays. They run a lot to the right and inside behind Trey Johnson and Ed Simmons, with Ray Brown pulling and leading from the offside.
That's the same play they scored the touchdown with.
They found something over there on that side that's pretty good.
Terry Allen into the secondary, runs over Brock Marion, stopped by Woodson.
Holy moly, did he deliver a blow?
He is a tough guy.
Yeah, that's the type of thing that you say when you say finish off or run. This is what you mean when you say finish off or run. Get down there, get behind those shoulders, and boom, watch him here. Just take off. That right leg is extended. That right shoulder comes underneath, and he just knocks Brock Marion right on his back.
Brock Marion's playing with a broken hand. He can't really wrap up and make a tackle, but that's a tough blow he absorbed then. Shuler in the corner deep, touchdown. No, he was juggling and out of the end zone. Orlando Truitt. He finally got it, finally got the handle, but he was juggling when he went out.
Tell you one thing, this Redskin offensive line is giving Heath Shuler time now, and they're starting to get some guys open. You watch Truitt here. You see, that's when Deion Sanders plays man-to-man, you can take him out of an area and then run in behind him. That's exactly what they did. Orlando Truitt just didn't have possession of it. That's not bad, though.
He's still juggling.
I don't know. That's awfully close.
In their opinion, here's Shuler. And this is Brian Mitchell. Mitchell inside the 15 down to about the 13. Stopped by Leon Lett.
And you see who is leading that play again? Big Ray Brown. Watch him, the left guard. He'll come running right at you, number 67. This is what it looks like if you're a defensive back. Here comes Brown. He weighs 315 pounds. The thing that he shouldn't do, he let his running back outrun him because he looked back. If you're a pulling guard, just go. Don't look back. Just find someone in a white jersey and knock him down.
Sometimes that's so easy to say, but hard to teach and hard to do. Terry Allen down to the 10.
Well, a new way that they do it now is as they're running, they'll look up at the big screen in some of these stadiums, and they use the big screen as a rear view mirror, especially wide receivers. That's how they decide when they have to block. They look at the big screen to see what's happening behind them. That's football in the 90s, Pat. That thing up there, see that?
Yeah, that's beyond me.
Yeah, well, I know. Look at using the big screen as a rear view mirror. That'll work.
12th play of this drive coming up. Allen is the deep back, and Shuler back to throw. Has a man wide open. It's Henry Ellard touchdown. Ellard from Shuler, and the Redskins have the lead.
That's the way to get to the Cowboys. That's the way the 49ers did it. That crossing pattern. Remember Jerry Rice? Norv Turner was saying, I don't know if anyone watched that 49er film, but that was the thing that they were going to go to. They were going to do to a lot of the things that the 49ers did. Watch Henry Ellard here. When you come across the field, you're going to be in a position that a linebacker has to cover you. And that's how you get Henry Ellard, in that case, on Robert Jones, and he goes right by him.
In that drive, Terry Allen went over 1,000 yards for the season. His third career 1,000-yard season. He's 1,005 now. Eddie Murray for the extra point. Henry Ellard the touchdown. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. Have the lead. They're going to stretch it a little bit. 14-10 Washington. Well, he has done, or Turner has, just about what he said he hoped to do.
Let's look at the Magnum Power sales event one word at a time. Magnum, as in Magnum engines, as in Dodge Dakota pickup. A little bigger, a lot better. Power. We're talking Dodge. Overall, the most powerful line of truck engines on the planet. Sales. How about up to $3,000 off Dakota? An event? Well, that means this special offer ends sooner than later at America's Truck Stop, the new Dodge.
Today, President Dion picks the primetime NFL Dream Team.
At corner, me, Dion.
It's up for grabs, and Dion picks it up.
At quarterback,
Dion going deep to Irvin.
at wideout, Dion.
He's got Dion wide open, and he's lost it.
Dion has decided to allow someone else to play wideout. Football according to Dion. Primetime NFL. Sports.
Should a man be judged by what he wears? Are you really any less of a man because you don't wear the right shirt or pants? Should you have to wear a shirt or pants at all? Ask yourself, hasn't our society advanced to the point where a man can feel comfortable in a dress? Probably not. Always appropriate 100% cotton pants that are soft and wrinkle-free. Hager, stuff you can wear.
Tonight, it's 3 homeboys and a baby.
Why don't you sing him an alibi?
That's lullaby.
On a brand new Martin. Tonight on Fox.
See, here's what they're starting to do to the Cowboys. They put Deion Sanders here. He's on Truitt. They run him out of there. Then they're going to come across in an area that Deion left. You see, because they know that he's going to lock on. Now, once he locks on and goes man-to-man, you see, you just run him right out of that area. Now, if you stop it there, you see that the only guy that can cover Ellard coming across is the middle linebacker, Robert Jones. Now, you'll see it across because Deion went the other way. Now they get in this bind, and the only guy right there was number 55, the middle linebacker.
5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Washington leading 14-10, Kevin Williams. To about the 27. At Texas Stadium, the Redskins lead the Cowboys 14-10.
Touch the future at Radio Shack. Touch Total Image Video. Aptiva from IBM. Touch theater sound. Touch a complete multimedia experience. The IBM Aptiva has it all and more. Touch it for yourself at Radio Shack. And with special credit terms, we'll not only help you touch the future, we'll help you own it. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Jackson, one night only. You've never been this close. Only on HBO.
Guys, this year, we're going to win it. Yeah. No one is leaving this room until we figure out how. No one.
Not going anywhere for a while? Grab a Snickers, because nothing holds you over better. Hungry? Why wait?
We asked the hottest coaches in the game to switch antiperspirants and try Degree.
Body heat activated.
As your body heat rises, Degree releases extra protection.
It just keeps you dry. It certainly worked for me.
Degree, for an extra degree of protection.
During that timeout, Nate Newton gathered the offensive line on the sideline and gave them a pep talk.
We got to come off and me under control. We have to dominate on 1, 2, 3. Dominate!
Dominate is what they need to do because right now they're being dominated.
Yeah, and then, if they're going to dominate, and I'm sure what Nate means is let Emmitt Smith have the ball and let us take off and block and do it that way.
Aikman back to throw it. To Emmitt Smith. Smith outside the 35, stopped by James Washington.
You know, the one thing that I know Norv Turner was saying that, you know, after the 49ers beat the Cowboys, he was surprised that the Raiders or the Kansas City Chiefs didn't use some of the same kinds of things to beat them that the 49ers did. So that, like, no one looked at that film. No one did that. And he wanted to take some of those ideas and use those ideas against the Cowboys today.
They need 2 yards. Emmitt Smith got that and more. Emmitt outside the 40 to the 44. They moved the sticks. James Washington again made the tackle.
And this is what Nate's talking about. He's talking about, you know, let's just go here, just give the ball to Emmitt, just drive up here. This is how you can dominate. You can dominate when you run the ball. You can dominate when you have a fullback like Moose Johnston. You can dominate when you have a runner like Emmitt Smith going.
Even if he's not 100%.
And I think that's what that's what they want to do, is take over this game, and the way to take it over is with a running game.
1st and 10. Aikman, screen pass to Darryl Johnston, nothing there. Redskins played it well. Right now, for a McDonald's game break, let's return you to James Brown in Hollywood.
Had a surprise score there with you. Surprise here. Take a look. Dan Marino closing seconds. 31st time of his career in the 4th quarter. He comes back to engineer a victory. Miami wins it by 1 over Atlanta. Let's take it back to Pat and John.
At Texas Stadium, the Redskins lead 14-10. 3rd quarter, 3:05 left to play.
And you watch Troy Aikman move here, Pat, and his knee and both of his calves are bothering him. He's not moving like Troy Aikman usually moves.
Steps up in the pocket, gets down in a hurry. Wisely so. As you say, he's not moving.
He has a brace on one knee, and if you look at the brace on the right, then if you look at the other thing, he has a sleeve on his left knee and calf. Actually said he didn't even know that he injured that left leg until after Thanksgiving. He woke up Friday and couldn't move his leg at all. So he's not on one leg. I mean, he's on neither leg. So his right one, it's the knee and the calf, and the left one, it's the calf.
The left one, of course, he got hurt against the 49ers. 3rd and 9. Aikman back to throw. Wheels it outside Kevin Smith. Kevin Williams. Flag on the play, and Kevin Williams does not get a first down, but close to it.
This is going to be an interesting decision for Barry Switzer. You know, if it's not a first down here, that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Offensive pass interference, number 88. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
Yeah, they've probably been arguing about that one. Remember the one they called on Darryl Green against Michael Irvin? They've probably been arguing that one, and now they got one against Michael Irvin. Here's Michael Irvin right down here, and you're going to see as he comes off the ball, he does use his hand. You see, and he's pushing, and he just keeps him up there too long.
There's Darryl Green covering him again.
He's just trying to run over Darryl Green. I think he can probably do that. See that left hand? That left hand pulling the jersey is the thing the officials saw. You can hide that right arm, you can hide that head, but you can't hide the hand that's pulling the jersey.
And now Nate Newton, who delivered that pep talk a moment ago, is out of the game. Ron Stone has taken his place. Nate's right elbow being bandaged.
And look at Ron Stone's right elbow that he's playing with.
3rd and 19. Aikman to throw it. Incomplete. Kevin Williams in the air. Maybe touched it.
I'll tell you, James Washington was waiting for him in there.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't see Troy Aikman do that very often, lead into a safety. You see Kevin Williams is coming up here. He's going to go in the middle. He's gaining a little ground. Now look at James Washington, number 37. He was just sitting there waiting for that. Kevin Williams is saying you didn't have to do that, but James, you did have to do that. I mean, that's what James Washington gets paid for.
And that's what he does. And you know that's what he does. Jet back to punt it. Redskins lead. Brian Mitchell. He gets out to about the 26. Eric Bjornsson down to stop him. 14-10. The Redskins over the Cowboys in the third quarter.
So how's your headache?
Oh, it's gone. That was fast.
So the Tylenol I gave you worked, even on your really tough headache.
Tylenol worked great, even on my tough headache.
So you were wrong.
I was wrong.
More than aspirin, more than ibuprofen. For headaches, doctors recommend extra-strength Tylenol the most.
I like a guy who can admit he's wrong.
I'm wrong a lot.
Looks like we're set, okay? You've got your Happy Meal. Dad's got his Big Mac, okay? Let's eat lunch.
Look at Daddy. Watch Daddy.
Okay, we gotta... Sorry. Gotta keep the French fries on the table. It's interesting. Okay, Jeff, no, it's time to sit up and eat your lunch like a big boy.
Looks like you got your hands full with that, little tiger.
Yeah, you could say that.
I remember going through the same thing with my two little guys. Before you know it, they're not so little anymore. They sure do grow up fast.
Come on, Dad. We got a booth. Not too fast. Okay, pal. Not too fast. Yeah.
Only one of these great athletes will win the most prestigious award in sports. Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year, a one-hour special next Sunday on Fox.
Well, John, we talked about the Cowboys controlling their own destiny. You can't worry about those things. You've got to control today's destiny.
And then if they win today, then they would clinch a spot in the playoffs. So that's what they're fighting for.
Terry Allen hit down by Hervin McCormick right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe he lost a yard.
Yeah, McCormick is in there for Charles Haley, who has back spasms. I don't think he came out, Charles Haley, for the second half.
I don't think he did.
When Charles Haley isn't in there, you can just see that affects that whole front line. With Charles Haley in there, he is a great pass rusher, and he helps the other guys become pass rushers. Without Charles Haley in there, this is not a pass rush defensive line.
They get to Logan. Logan is hit by Darren Smith. He's been wounded in battle. His platoon has been massacred. Now one soldier has to fight for survival on the most hostile planet in the universe. Don't miss a brand new episode of Space, Above and Beyond. Tonight at 7, 6 Central on Fox. 3rd and 10. Washington, clock running with 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 3 wide receivers for the Redskins. Brian Mitchell deep now. They put the tight end on the right side, who stays in the block, and they swing it out to Brian Mitchell. Mitchell's cut down at the 30 by Deion Sanders.
That's a big play by Deion Sanders because they needed that tackle. That was a 3rd down. I always wonder about that. If you're going to throw on 3rd down, why you throw a 2-yard pass, but I guess with a young quarterback, you're going to do it, but sometimes you see old quarterbacks do that.
You'll take a completion, but not for 2 yards. 14-10 Washington.
Chevy Chase stars in National Lampoon's European Vacation Tuesday.
There's a lot of little things to like about Ford Contour, like its innovative air filtration system that removes dust and pollen for cleaner air for your family. And you'll really like Contour's little price. Well equipped is just $15,165. You'll find there's a lot to like about the '96 Ford Contour. See your New England Ford dealer today.
Dear Post Office, thanks for getting my packages there really fast.
I knew they were safe and sound thanks to those packaging supplies you showed me. You really gave me peace of mind.
And I found a great gift for my nephew. You told me how I could ship overnight.
How I could mail money safely. And you even have convenient hours.
You really helped me handle the holidays. Thank you.
Dear customers, you're welcome.
Hi, I'm John Carlson at Foxborough Stadium. You know, the one across the street from Rodman Ford. Hey, it's Will McDonough, Globe columnist, network commentator, father of Sean.
Well, I'm down here at Rodman Ford because I love these people, Johnny. It's the first place my son Sean, you mentioned, ever got a car for the last 20 years. Every car that I've had in the McDonough family, whether it's with myself or my wife, we've purchased here. So when I come to a Patriots game, I always make sure I come by and say hello to these people.
The Simpsons, weeknights at 7 on your Fox 64.
Said at the beginning of the day, beginning of our broadcast, that it was unusually warm. It's also unusually clear. You get a shot of the moon like that.
You know, after this game, I'm going to be driving to New York, and that moon, we'll just stay underneath that, and that'll give us light all night.
Erase the moon. Kevin Williams feels the kick. Darryl Pounds down to cut him down as soon as he made the catch.
That Darryl Pounds has been having a big day on special teams. He's been the first guy down there all day today.
14-10 as Aikman gets on the field.
Working to be the best. Teammates. Sponsored by the U.S. Army.
You're proud to be a Green Bay Packer, and I'm proud to be your coach.
The Pack is back, paced by Brett Favre. And pass-catching sensation Robert Brooks.
Got a man, Brooks, and it's touchdown on a deflection. Brooks makes the catch.
Brett Favre and Robert Brooks
Favre pumps, comes up over the middle. Touchdown, Robert Brooks.
help make the Packers the best they can be.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I.
From this day forward, you will be the most important part of the toughest, strongest, smartest army in the world. You will be a soldier. Where else can you be all this and earn this? $30,000 for college.
All that you can be.
CD-ROM ของลูกทุ่งตะวันตก
Connect to internet.
Pak sa pera isandi?
I'm Aptiva from IBM. Welcome to the future.
My prom date has finally arrived, and it's Howard Stern.
Catch the premiere of What's So Funny tonight after Married with Children.
The Washington Redskins 14, Dallas 10. We're in the fourth quarter. 14:52 left to play. Aikman has Darrell Johnston and Emmitt Smith behind him. Emmitt. And again, let's send you to Hollywood for a McDonald's game break. Here's James Brown.
All right, Pat, another surprise is in Seattle. Although the Eagles trying to make it closer now, Ricky Waters with his second touchdown run of the day, narrowing the gap 20-14. Seattle leads it. 13 minutes left in the fourth. Back to Pat and John.
That's Charles Haley back on the Cowboy bench. Needless to say, he won't be back in action today, suffering back spasms. And they'll miss him. 2nd and 3.
He's had a tough time all year with that back.
Yeah. Smith. Got a couple, didn't get enough for the first down.
See, the Redskins, this defense is really doing a good job. The Cowboys average 149 yards on the ground, and that's first in the NFL. And today, so far, it's 85 yards. So, and the Redskins have not been a good defense against the run.
But as Norv Turner said last night, they were getting better week by week.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it just takes time and it takes patience. And I think when you need time and patience, I think Norv Turner is a perfect guy.
Aikman gives to Emmitt Smith. I don't know if he got the first down or not. It's going to be close. Darrell Green made the stop on Emmitt.
I think one thing the Cowboys really haven't established, you know, they always say you have to establish a run, and You have to stop the run. The Redskins have stopped the run, and the Cowboys have yet to establish the run. And I think when Nate Newton gave that little speech, that's what he was talking about. We got to dominate. We got to get and establish and take over this game with the run.
First down, Dallas at their own 27. Aikman again to Emmitt Smith. Emmitt gets this outside the 30.
And again, he ran into his own guy, big Eric Williams. They're having trouble with that, you know, where Eric Williams is trying to block down, and you see Eric Williams, he's coming down here, but instead of making a hole, he's causing a pileup in here. And that's the second time this game, and you just see him come down there. That's the second time this game that Emmitt Smith has just run right into Eric Williams as he's coming down to block. See, and I think because he can't cut out one more hole.
2nd and 7. That's his 300th carry of this year. Aikman. And the pass is picked off by Stanley Richard. And the Redskins will take over inside the Dallas 30. They lead already 14-10.
This guy, Stanley Richard, is playing a heck of a game. I mean, he's from Texas, and this is kind of a homecoming for him, but he started out playing that run, and he really jumped on that thing, and then made a return out of it, too. Watch, Darrell Green is there. He's on the slot. Carter on the outside. Now watch as the ball's thrown inside. Stanley Richard was a free safety. He was just sitting back there in that post waiting for that thing. See, here's the pressure. You see Troy Aikman tried to throw to the outside, then step up to the middle, and then he couldn't step all the way forward, and that took a little off. It made it go a little high.
Shuler gives to Terry Allen, and Allen gets down to about the 22. Chad Hennings and Darren Smith.
You know, one thing you have to be impressed about this Redskin team is coming in here and being 3-9 and playing the Cowboys, one of the best teams, if not the best team in the NFL, that they were excited about it. You know, I mean, they didn't come in with their heads down. They didn't come in that they were going to lose. They came in a very confident team.
2nd and 4. Doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. It's Leon Lett that trips him up.
That's the thing, you know, we talked about that where the first time the Cowboys didn't take care of those backside gaps, and Leon Lett was one of the guys that Barry Switzer was upset with. Leon Lett coming off a 4-game suspension for drug abuse, playing his first game here, did get penetration on that play.
Brian Mitchell is now the deep back. 3rd and 4. The crowd urging the defense to Stippen. Mitchell. Darren Smith again.
I think he got that first down. Look at the size of that number 77, though, and that's where, you know, if you just look at how big he is, that Trey Johnson, and you wonder, why not run in behind something like that? I mean, he got the sweat going. He has everything going, and every time they need something, they just kind of dart right into this area, right in here. And that's not a bad place to go because you know you're going to get some movement there. You see what he did?
Yeah.
Chad Hennings is a strong guy. That Trey Johnson put Chad Hennings right on his back.
First down, Redskins.
Let's look at that again. I mean, that's worth something right here. Watch what they do to Chad Hennings, and that's where they're going to run this ball. Watch them fire out. Boom, a little help. They get him going backwards and then down. Now, if you block like that, I'll guarantee you on short yardage you're going to get first down. Now you're playing. I mean, this is hitting weather.
You certainly will.
This looks like the old Hogs. Remember those guys? Russ Grimm, Jacoby?
Do I? Here's Shuler back to throw it. Lofting deep for the end zone for Ellard, covered by Larry Brown, incomplete.
You know, you wonder, and I still don't know. I mean, the Redskins really only have one receiver, and that's Henry Ellard.
85.
And you wonder why Deion Sanders doesn't cover him. I mean, I don't know why Deion Sanders is covering Truitt or on the other side, because if they had 2 or if they had 3, you can say, well, you can understand that. But I think if there's any guy you have to cover on the Redskins, it's Henry Ellard. And
Ellard comes left.
Well, Deion's on him this time.
Yeah. And here's Terry Allen inside the 15 to about the 13. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, there's one of the Hogs, Russ Grimm. We're talking about that. Remember, he used to be a big guy.
He still is a big guy.
Yeah, but not if you look at Trey Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at, Grimm, and you say big old Grimm was a big guy, great guard and a great center. But then you look down at number 77 and you say, that 77 would be like 2 Grimms.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to believe that he weighs 60, 70 pounds more than Russ Grimm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could put Grimm and a couple kids in that jersey.
2 tight ends set up as Shuler goes back to throw it. Gets the pass up to the middle to Jamie Asher, and Asher's at the 1.
Norv Turner said that last week he had Jamie Asher and he caught a ball and he just fell down with it. And he said, you're a rookie. He said, but if you were at Louisville a year ago, he said, what would you have done with that ball? He said, I would have scored a touchdown. He said, well, it's the same game.
Yeah.
He said, just take the ball, catch it, and turn and run a touchdown.
Field's the same size, same.
Yeah.
Ball looks just like the other ball.
And that's what Asher's doing in this game. That's the second time that he did it. That's coaching. Just tell a guy, hey, you did it in college, just do it like you did in college.
First and goal at the 1. Washington 14, Dallas 10, and Washington close again. That's Terry Allen. Touchdown. Touchdown, Redskins.
Terry Allen is a tough guy. Terry Allen never quit on this play. Because initially there wasn't anything there. Watch this again. He's getting in there behind Ray Brown. The ball didn't break the plane yet. And just as he comes down, you see his knee wasn't down because his knee was on the other guy. Then he just reached it over the plane. He is a competitor, though. This is an impressive running back.
As Norv Turner said yesterday, he's a joy to coach, just to see a guy work that hard, a guy that tough, that good.
And and he's had both knees completely reconstructed. But look at this. I mean, if you can't go down low, then get up high. And he went up high, and he was met. There was a lot of stuff down low, and there was some stuff Robert Jones up high. But watch him. He just keeps fighting. And as long as his knee's not down, the ball does break the plane.
There's a Cowboy player down in the end zone.
But you see what Terry Allen had going there, Pat, is that because that whole pile of bodies there, his knee never could go down to the ground.
That's Robert Jones.
Robert Jones is the guy that meets him head on. He's right there. Now remember when Terry Allen jumps, it's Robert Jones that jumps with him. See, right there. And he hit him right there with his helmet, right in the middle, right between the 2 and the 1.
Robert Jones has been bothered, in fact, against the Raiders. He got a groin pull. He'd been out with that. Then he had an inner ear problem.
And he had vertigo.
Let's have another look.
But they put something on his back. But watch him here, number 55. I mean, that's just helmet to helmet, paint to paint. That's a collision on the goal line. Again, you get all the guys in front to go down low. Then you get the jumpers. Robert Jones was a jumper. And when Terry Allen jumped, they both jumped at the same time, and they met helmet to helmet. And Troy Aikman's thinking that whole thing started with his interception to Stanley Richard.
Eddie Murray for the extra point is good, and the Redskins lead the Cowboys 21-10 with 8:45 left to play.
Ford Escort is a surprising car. 4 cars, really. The 3-door Sport, the 4-door Sport, the 5-door Sport, and the wagon. You can pick one, any one, for the same low price of just $12,495, which is great because it includes dual airbags, air conditioning, power steering, power mirrors, and a stereo. And it's the only car in its class that can go up to 100,000 miles between recommended tune-ups. Wow, the surprising Ford Escort. Get one with everything, but get it to go.
We've invested billions to help businesses grow and provided billions more to improve homes and finance educations.
We developed special insurance to pay for nursing home care and low-cost life insurance for people over 50. Because at Transamerica, we sell life insurance, but our real business is improving your life. Transamerica, life insurance, leasing, commercial, and consumer loans.
It's an announcing showdown.
I called my own play.
They're #1 in the studio.
I'll set your rear end right on the bench.
And in one of the greatest experiments in football.
Never know where I'm going to pop up or what I'm going to be doing in my life.
Terry and Jimmy call the game live. It's the guys doing play-by-play of the Cardinals-Chargers game.
Call in the family, bring in the dogs, listen to what I got to say.
He is fired up.
It's a Fox NFL special, Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? By Canon, so advanced it's simple. By the new Schick Tracer FX, designed for sensitive skin. And by Transamerica, the people in the pyramid are working for you.
8:45 left. Pat Summerall with John Madden. 8:45 left. And it's the Redskins 21, the Cowboys 10. Eddie Murray kicks off to Kevin Williams. They need something to happen, the Cowboys do. Won't be this time. As the Redskins special teams do their job, and he's down at about the 26. 8:37 left now. Washington up by 11.
So this is what you do every day, huh? For a baby. Like this. Not like this. It's not so bad. Maybe...
For the man with sensitive skin, Schick introduces the new Tracer FX.
There's a sensitive part? Right here? Good.
With its unique skin guard designed for a smooth shave with less irritation.
Think I'm getting the hang of it.
The shaving system for sensitive skin. Schick Tracer FX.
You guys are so sensitive. What's the big deal?
Have you had your break today, yeah?
There are definite reasons we created Ford Windstar to be the only minivan with available all-speed traction control and four-wheel anti-lock disc brakes. Reasons it has a wide stance for secure handling and also meets 1998 federal passenger car safety standards. We'd like to show you one more reason, but it's still a month or so away. Introducing the 1996 Ford Windstar. Created for the most important people in the world.
See Hootie and the Blowfish live, the Goo Goo Dolls, and many more all on one stage. The Billboard Music Awards live Wednesday on Fox.
Redskins 21, Dallas 10. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, down on the sidelines now. Troy Aikman and his offensive unit needs something to happen in a hurry. 1st and 10 at their own 27. They're down by 11. Aikman back to throw. Intended for Novacek, incomplete.
Yeah, you didn't expect to see Jerry Jones there at the end of the game. You know, in this game, having to, you know, try and get the Cowboys going to get back and win. You thought that this would be one. I mean, there's no such thing as an easy game, like there's no such thing as an easy kick or an easy putt, but if there were one, you would think that this would be one for the Cowboys, and they've been in a battle this whole game. I mean, this Redskin team is really playing well.
On 2nd down, Aikman back. Intended Emmitt Smith. Emmitt is hit. Derek Kennard comes out to help.
Well, what they do is this whole game, I mean, the Redskins haven't got in big pass rush, but they've had great coverage. I mean, there was a while where they were doing some things with Michael Irvin, but after that, there's not a lot of guys open. And if they don't get the ball to Michael Irvin, there's not been a lot there for the Cowboys today. And I think that's going to start worrying them because they go back to that 49er game And this game, their offense against the Redskin defense reminds me a lot of the 49er game.
Irvin is split wide to the left. Aikman gets it up the middle to Novacek, and he does lunge for the first down. And Aikman says, hurry up.
Because he knows there's 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but he also knows that the Cowboys need 2 scores. In fact, if they score a touchdown, they have to go for 2 points because they're 11 points down.
First down, Cowboys. Aikman had them hurried up. Timeout, Washington. So that means they have 2 left, but they lead by 11. Norm Turner, Redskins coach.
Rebel, express yourself. Take your creativity to a whole new level.
Express yourself with EOS lenses and the Rebel X from Canon.
Every few years, the world gathers to witness an unparalleled sports spectacle, the Truckathlon. And to compete, you have to have a Ford Ranger 4x4, because you'll need its switch-on 4-wheel drive for truck long jump. Its 4-wheel anti-lock brakes for truck discus. And its whopping 4-liter V6 for truck hurdle. The Ford Ranger 4x4. You can't win without one.
Next event, truck pole vault.
Yes!
His platoon's been killed. Now Nathan West is fighting for survival on a hostile planet.
Somebody!
A brand new Space Above and Beyond tonight.
I'm James Brown, and in case you missed it, here's what you would have seen on Fox NFL Sunday at 12 noon Eastern.
What's the tension level like around here?
Well, there's tension. There's no question about that.
They need to stop bickering, stop pointing fingers, win games, and then we wouldn't be talking about this.
Let me first off describe to you the basic way you throw a football.
I'd rather take a cane whipping than have him as my quarterback coach.
Cane! Don't miss next Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern when Terry Bradshaw and Jimmy Johnson call the Cards-Chargers game live.
The last time the Redskins swept the Cowboys in the same season, won both games, was back in 1987. It's 1st and 10 at their own 39 for the Cowboys with 8:02 left, and Aikman back to throw. Pass complete to Irvin.
You'd wonder when he was going to get back to Michael Irvin. That's the first pass that Michael Irvin has caught this half. You know, they had that thing going in the first half, but they didn't come back to him this second half. And again, that Darrell Green can still cover, Kenny.
Yep.
I mean, he's right there.
That's just the perfect throw in the, perfect location.
Yep, this has been a great battle for years between Darrell Green and a lot of receivers, but twice a year, Darrell Green and Michael Irvin.
There was a time you just wouldn't throw at Darrell Green. Here's Aikman. Flag on the play. Back near where Aikman was. And there's a Cowboy down on the field. Aikman's okay. That's Nate Newton.
Yeah, Nate's having Nate Newton has a bad knee anyway, so it's always just trying to get through a game with that knee, and then today he injured the elbow.
79 offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
This is against Eric Williams.
Eric Williams, of course, the right tackle here. If they're in pass protection or it's a passing down, they don't even get into a stance. And you see, on the inside move, he just grabbed his guy, and that's the leg.
Yeah,
sure. What happens is when your feet don't go where you want them to, then your hands have to go where you don't want them to. And that happened to Eric Williams on that play.
That's the moral of that story.
If your feet won't do it, your hands have to do it, and your hands doing it are illegal.
Right. It's 1st and 20 now. And Aikman back again. To Corey Fleming. Makes the catch on the sideline, gets out of bounds. The clock stops with 7:29.
And watch Aikman. He's hit just as he throws that ball by Tim Johnson. Just as he throws it right there, he's hit and rolled to the back. When you say you want to be a quarterback and they make all that money and stuff, but I think that's one of the toughest acts in football, being in that pocket, not looking at the rush, and being able to step into it and throw.
You spend so much time unprotected. 15-yard gain, 2nd and 5. It's Novacek. He makes the catch inside the Redskins 25. And Jay Novacek is slow getting up.
Yeah, but he would have been slower had he not seen Stanley Richard coming. I think right at the end, he saw Stanley Richard coming, the free safety, and he just ducked down. Watch it. He's going to catch that ball. Richard is coming from his right. And right here, I think you see there? He just got his head down underneath it, or he really would have taken a shot.
A 19-yard gain.
You know, those two safeties in there, James Washington and Stanley Richard, are just looking for big hits.
Novacek exits. Eric Bjornsson takes his place.
You see, now you see how he got underneath there? Richard was going right for his head, and Jay Novacek went underneath it.
He got him with his knee. Throws outside for Fleming. Fleming had made the break when Aikman let it go.
You know, the interesting thing about today's game is the Redskins are doing what the Cowboys usually do. You know, they're using that big offensive line to kind of wear them down, to kind of beat them up. They're using, you know, good coverage on defense. The Redskins are playing a Cowboy type of game.
Novacek is back. Fleming comes wide right. Irving's to the left this time. Aikman back. Gets it to Cole Fleming, who struggles down, and he might have picked up a first down with that last effort. They've been waiting for him to do something for a long, long time.
And that's why you have to tackle well. Tom Carter was there. He had the coverage, but he didn't make the tackle. Again, 6 minutes, 16 seconds. The Cowboys are thinking in terms of 2 scores. They score a touchdown here, I'm sure they'll go for 2. And a field goal would tie it, and a touchdown after that would win it.
6:13 left.
And if they don't make the 2, then they're going to need another score if they do score a touchdown.
Dallas has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Fleming checks out, and Kevin Williams checks in. 2nd and 10.
You know, and the Redskins have been in a lot of games and had bad things happen to them at the end of the game. I know they're thinking about that in the sideline.
On the last play of the game, they've lost some games. A bunch of them. 6 of them, I believe. That's Novacek. And Novacek inside the 10. Keith Taylor made the stop. Clock still running. He didn't get out of bounds.
There's where you're talking about, Pat. 6 games have been decided on the last play.
That's hard to believe.
I know it. But, I mean, that means that they're not as bad as 3 and 9.
Aikman again, Novacek. To the 5. And this time he does make it out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, we said in the first half, remember, Jay Novacek didn't catch a pass. Michael Irvin caught the passes. In the second half, Jay Novacek is the guy catching the passes now. And in this whole half, Michael Irvin has only caught 1 pass. Although I would expect this is an area that Troy Aikman has always liked Michael Irvin on that slant.
The Cowboys have 2 tight ends. It's 4th and 1. 4th and 1.
He always liked Emmitt Smith on that situation.
And the give is to Emmitt Smith. And Emmitt fumbles. And the ball goes out of bounds. And he's the last guy to have possession, I believe. Redskins are saying we got it.
Yep, it'll be a touchback. It'll be the Redskins ball, first down on the 20-yard line. Had that ball gone out of bounds before it got to the end zone, it could have been the Cowboys ball. But remember, it's 4th down.
And only Emmitt can recover it.
Now watch,
now he drops it.
The ball is knocked out here, and then it's going to, it still doesn't have control. There's no control of it. Now it goes into and through and out the end zone. So by the time he recovered it, it was out of the end zone. You know, he came very close to getting this back and getting it back for a touchdown. See, the reason it's a touchback is because he wasn't in bounds.
He almost recovered it himself for the touchdown. That was very close.
If he were in bounds, that would have been a touchdown.
He's the only one who could have scored.
And now if it's not a touchdown, it's a touchback, so it comes out to the 20.
The ball popped out. Shuler gives to Terry Allen. He doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Dixon Edwards made the stop. Look at that play again.
Well, again, here you see Emmitt Smith here. You know, the ball, does he have control of it when it went over the line? Again, if you look right here, it looks like he does. Let me see if I can stop it there.
It does look like he does, doesn't it?
I'm going to stop it right there when he gets right there. Right there, that's a touchdown, isn't it?
It sure looks like it.
Of course, the officials can't do that. I think the fans are seeing that too, and they're thinking it should have been a touchdown.
They just did. Here's Shuler, fakes, tosses, incomplete, intended for Henry Ellard. Smith had fumbled the ball already. Now here he comes again.
I don't know that he was out of bounds. I think, again, he has to have control when the ball breaks the plane and his foot isn't out of bounds.
He hits the pylon.
But the ball was inside the pylon.
Yeah.
On any touchdown, it's where the ball is.
The pylon's out of bounds.
Now, the ball is inside the pylon.
Yeah. Third and 10.
Debated.
A long, long time. Third down, Washington. Shuler rolls right. Throws deep. Shepard got it. Covered by Larry Brown, but Shuler dropped it in over his head.
I'll tell you, he dropped it in a long way. I mean, Shuler really put the mustard on this thing. I mean, this is a 50-yard pass. Shepard is coming off a pulled hamstring.
Yeah, they said he was only about 75%.
I know, they didn't know how much he could play. Maybe on third down, and you don't expect him to catch a big one like this. You see, Shuler is going to roll right and throw back. That's rolling all the way to the far hash mark, throwing deep all the way across the field. That takes a strong arm to make that throw.
Now the Redskins go with two tight ends, and Terry Allen is hit behind the line. Darren Smith.
And I just want to say one thing about, whether Emmitt Smith was inbounds or out, a touchdown up. The Redskins today have played enough to beat the Dallas Cowboys.
They have beaten
the Redskins today have whipped the Cowboys.
21-10, the Redskins lead.
I'm in this carpool where everybody wants to drive. Your turn to drive my car. Because everyone agrees that my Ford Contour handles like nothing else.
I'll drive.
Driving, okay, you're driving. Can you believe it? But when they find out it's loaded with things like air conditioning, rear window defrost, air filtration system, and a stereo cassette for a great low price, they'll get their own. And our carpool will be a convoy.
You know, sometimes being known as a parts expert can be mighty big shoes to fill. Of course, this time of year, I got some mighty big stockings to fill, too.
Come fill your stockings at Napa's Holiday Gift Sale, where you'll find great items at low prices, like these Chilton repair manuals, just $15.99, and a Napa starter charger for only $39.99 after mail-in rebate. While you're here, apply for the Napa card, the new convenient way to pay at Napa.
We keep America running.
Maybe you helped and didn't know it, or were part of it and just forgot. If you joined the American Express Charge Against Hunger over the last 2 years, you made a difference. But the fight isn't over. Every time you use your American Express card, we'll give to Share Our Strength, a leading anti-hunger group. Because now through December 31st, the Charge Against Hunger is on again.
Why is this man laughing? Well, you'll find out when Fox takes a look at all the incredibly funny things that happen in America during the week. Catch the premiere of What's So Funny tonight after Married with Children, right here on Fox.
You look at those Cowboys on the sidelines on the field, and they know that they were whipped too. They know that they were whipped the first time when the Redskins beat them. And I don't know that they've recovered from that 49er beating.
I don't think they have.
Because they look like
mentally.
No, they look like they're still walking on their heels from that one.
Shuler gives to Terry Allen, and Allen on second down gets to about the 33, stopped by Brock Marion. There's Jim Hannafin.
Well, and we talked about the job that his guys have done. John Giesick at the center, and that big Trey Johnson, how he's handled that right side with Ed Simmons, Ray Brown pulling over there. One thing about Jim Hannafin, he knows how to coach. He's been around, and he knows how to coach an offensive line. And those guys made him proud today.
Next Sunday, NFL on Fox kicks off with a battle between NFC Eastern Division rivals, the Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles, plus other exciting regional action. It all begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check the local listings for the game and time in your area. And a whole lot of things are changing complexion as a result of what's happened this Sunday.
Yeah, well, the good thing about it is you have to go out every Sunday and play, and it doesn't make any difference what someone else thinks or what someone else says or what someone else's record is or what you say. You have to go out and play the game on the field, and you have to be at your best every Sunday or you're going to get beat.
Well, all the talk was we got to run the table, Cowboy talk. The table is getting taller. The Redskins have done a heck of a job today. That's Brian Mitchell over the right side, stopped by Jim Swans, and it brings up a fourth down.
You know, and the thing that it's done, I think it's really helped this guy, Shuler, today.
You could see him gaining confidence
as the game went on.
Yep.
I mean, he just got more and more confident. Even the way he walks. You look at him, the way he walks and moves in the fourth quarter compared to what he walked and moved in the first quarter. This guy looks like a different guy.
He really does. Today's game is being produced by Bob Stenner, directed by Sandy Grossman. Studio was produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy. The executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill. The Cowboys just used their last timeout.
And there's another guy that should be proud, Norv Turner. I think he's doing a heck of a job here. I mean, because it's a team that got old and then it got young. And whoever's going to deal with a team that's young, you have to have patience. They're playing a lot of guys who aren't ready to play yet, but he kept them together. And you could not be together and play a game like the Redskins are playing today.
Eddie Murray from 47 yards out. And Eddie Murray hits from there and puts the Redskins up 24-10 with 3.5 minutes left and no timeouts left. The Dallas task is monumental.
And Shuler feels real good about this, but I'm sure that he realizes that his offensive line had a lot to do with it. And boy, did Terry Allen play today.
And his defense had a lot to do with it also.
There's a guy, Ed Simmons, remember they ran in there behind him all day. Trey Johnson, who was next to him. Ray Brown pulling. Logan leading.
Giesick the center.
Yep, those guys did the job today.
This game is presented by authority of the National Football League. It's intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Dallas Cowboys and the National Football League is prohibited. Hats off to the Washington Redskins. As you pointed out, they have done, this group, one heck of a job.
Jim Hannafin, he's still in there coaching.
Yeah.
Never over till it's over. That's what old line coaches. I mean, old line coaches, they coach before the game, during the game, and they'll be in the locker room after the game still coaching. Got to stay low, keep those knees bent.
Eddie Murray bounces the kickoff. It's handled by Jim Swans, who gets it out to about the 39. They had Deion Sanders deep, but now they need more, the number 21.
Well, they weren't going to let Deion Sanders light up this place or get this place excited. They're going to have Dallas do it the hard way, and the problem Dallas has is they have to do it the hard way and the quick way. First and 10 at their own 39. Michael Irvin, again, has kind of been the forgotten guy this second half for the Cowboys.
Aikman back to throw it. And Irvin makes the catch. Welcome to Texas Stadium, and that is a correct score. Washington 24, Dallas 10, and we have less than 3 minutes to go as Aikman drops it off to Emmitt Smith, and Emmitt gets to the 31. Dallas at one time led 10-7, but since that lead, the Redskins have taken control, and they've done it on both sides of the ball. They lead 24-10. Aikman incomplete. Clock stops with 2:34 left.
Again, as you said, both sides of the ball, you kind of knew that offensively they could do something because they've done it before, the Redskins and Terry Allen and running and those kinds of things, but I didn't expect the defensive effort that this Redskin team has given today.
I don't think either of us believed when we were talking with the Redskins and North Turner last night that what he was saying to us, that his defensive unit was getting better and better each week, and that he liked his 7 guys behind the line of scrimmage, but they've done well today. This is Emmitt Smith inside the 30. And that'll get the first down, but the clock is still moving.
And they've made good adjustments. You know, we talked about how in the first half it looked early easy to go to Michael Irvin, and then the second half they took that away.
Aikman. Kevin Williams inside the 10 to the 8. Make it the 7. They hurry up. I don't think they'll get a play off before the 2-minute warning.
And they don't have any more timeouts, and they need 2 touchdowns, so they're going to have to get a score here, then an onside kick, then another score.
Following the football coverage, space above and beyond, except on the West Coast. Coming up, Aikman has thrown the ball 45 times. That ties a career high.
How long has your music been around?
The blues been here ever since I've been here. Because I brought it over here from over yonder. Started out in the cotton field and playing the blues. You think about your girlfriend, then you make a song out of it.
Is music keeping you young?
I believe it's keeping me all right.
Because nobody's been blue longer.
Yeah, dirty.
It's 1923. A young insurance company resolves an industry problem with new thinking and transforms the industry. Safeco has since transformed itself into a financial services company, investing, insuring, building financial security. Where do you find such solid companies, steadily growing stronger, yet with an eye out for opportunity? Actually, there's a list of them printed every day. NASDAQ, the stock market for the next 100 years. Life is full of obstacles. We suggest you cut right through them. Introducing the VersaPac cordless multi-purpose saw from Black & Decker. It's how things get done.
With my itchy dandruff, I said I'd try it. Denorex tingles. Head & Shoulders doesn't.
Both have effective dandruff medicine, but Denorex has something extra that tingles, feels fresh.
That's why I started using Denorex. The flakes, the itch, gone.
Denorex, the serious dandruff shampoo.
Somehow, when you name the All-Madden team, I don't think those guys are going to be on it.
No, I don't like those colors. I don't know what color this is and that other one is. What color was that?
I don't know.
If it's what I think it was, it ain't going to make it.
Coming up, a reminder again, space above and beyond. Following our football coverage, the Eagles got beat by Seattle. Dallas is losing to Washington. Incomplete. Aikman fires in the end zone intended for Jay Novacek. Incomplete. They used 4 seconds. Second down. Career high for Troy, 46 attempts.
And that's because they really didn't establish Emmitt Smith. They didn't dominate. They didn't gain control, and they got behind. Because there's no way that Ernie Zampese, the offensive coordinator, or Troy Aikman wanted to throw a career-high passing today against the Redskins.
No way. 1:56 left, second and goal. And Aikman drops the throw, throws outside. Michael Irvin is knocked out of bounds at about the 4.
I think they got to throw the ball in the end zone here. This isn't going to do them a lot of good because time is running out on them. I mean, they need 2 scores, and this quick out isn't the way to do it. Now, maybe they're just trying to set up the slant. Maybe they want to get them to think they're going to go out, get them to play outside, because the one that they like to throw down here is a slant to Michael Irvin.
A little late for setting up.
Well, they still need 2 scores. They got to do something. They got to get it in the end zone.
Aikman, Irvin, and there's your touchdown. Aikman to Irvin, the back of the end zone.
Now, maybe they were setting that up. They put him out, and then they just brought him in.
Maybe so.
Now, of course, they need a score here. Then they have to go and get the onside kick and get it back again. Here you see Michael Irvin right here. He's going to start fake to the out. Then he's going to come in. Then he's going to get on that back line and just start to run the back line. And that's just a heck of a throw by a quarterback throwing to a very physically strong receiver.
Chris Boniol's extra point makes it Washington 24, Dallas 17, 1:48 left. You expect an onside kick.
I think if they had all their timeouts left, they wouldn't have to kick an onside kick. The Dallas Cowboys have no timeouts left, so they have to kick an onside kick here.
Charles Haley on the right, who experienced back spasms and did not appear for a long time in the second half, and when he did, he was back in street clothes.
This is where the Redskins will put their hands team in there.
Yep.
I see Darrell Green is back there. He's going to be a deep guy. He and Mitchell. And all the other guys, you put receivers and backs and those kinds of guys that with the balls kicked to them, they can catch it. You see all the 80 numbers. Henry Ellard's in there. The 20 numbers.
7 out of 41 is the success rate, 17%, so they got a chance.
And this is how the Cowboys see they're all bunched up over there, so they're going to kick it to that side.
Boniol drops it. And the Redskins don't appear alarmed as William Bell comes up with the ball. Dallas has no timeouts.
Here it is. Remember the onside kick. It has to go 10 yards. And then the Redskins just catch it right there. That just took a Redskin bounce, and there was no chance. You'd like to get it up high where they had to jump and you could have a collision and the ball bounce around.
At least it come loose.
Now, yeah, that one was just a Redskin high hopper.
No timeouts remaining. Redskins ball at the Dallas 44.
What a performance this Redskin team has put on today. And the Cowboys, you know, they have a lot of pride. The Cowboys don't want to lose to anyone. But if you have to lose to someone, I think probably to a man, these guys really love Norv Turner. When Norv was the coordinator here, all the Cowboys, I mean, the offensive players, the defensive players, they all love Norv Turner. And, you know, you don't want to get beat. You're not happy. I mean, you're sad, but, you know, a little of you says, I'm glad it was Norv.
Shuler just kneels, and the clock continues to run, and they can just sit on it and run it out.
The only thing is, this is the second time. If anyone has their number, it's Norv Turner. Want to know how to beat the Cowboys? This is the second time that he's done it this year, and part of his idea was to follow a plan that the 49ers used against the Cowboys.
Very successful plan.
Yeah, and until the Cowboys can defeat that plan and that approach to them, they may not be the Super Bowl team this year.
The Eagles lost to the Seattle Seahawks, and Dallas is losing to Washington, so the NFC East race remains between Dallas and Philadelphia, but they move back closer to the pack.
But that's a good thing about it, that, you know, if you really knew who was going to win and the experts could say, and the blue plate specials, and you pick this and this is what's going to happen, then it happened. This would be a boring game. And
yeah,
this is what makes it a great game, is when you go out there and you kick it off, you have no idea what's going to happen because both sides have to go out and play the game. And today the Redskins played better than the Cowboys.
Shuler can kneel again and then kneel again.
He probably won't have to kneel again.
No.
There's a scrappy little guy, isn't he, Darrell Green?
None of his competitiveness has been lost at all as Norv Turner comes out of Dallas victorious. Twice this year, his Redskins have beaten the Dallas Cowboys. A dejected Emmitt Smith.
Yes, another morning, another trek to the office. But in the new Mercedes E-Class, you're in one of the safest cars on the road. You're inside a protective cage with front airbags and, get this, side airbags. Heaven knows there are animals on these roads.
Okay, new rules. Individuals are no longer more important than the team.
You want a piece of that championship? Put it in here. Nobody can do it alone, but together we can do it.
Sports magazines include more team photos. More game balls go to linemen. We all play more as a team. We pat someone on the butt when they fail and celebrate like madmen when they succeed. Starter, it's about team.
Here's a gift the whole family will enjoy. Not just day after day, but year after year. The gift of Prime Star. The only satellite TV you can get without having to buy a dish. A service that offers up to 95 channels in digital picture and sound with no equipment to buy. Starting at about $1 a day. To give this special holiday gift, call 1-800-PRIME-STAR and enjoy the holidays.
Red Lobster is fresh fish, inspected with the highest standards, and delivered overnight. Fresh, never frozen, deliciously prepared to order. Fresh from the Gulf, snapper, blackened and spicy. Fresh from the Pacific, salmon, broiled to perfection. Fresh from the Atlantic, swordfish, hot from the grill. So come and enjoy, because Red Lobster is fresh fish.
So for John Madden, this is Pat Summerall saying so long from Texas Stadium, where the final score was Washington 24, the Dallas Cowboys 17. You've been watching Fox Sports coverage of the National Football League.
Coming up next, except on the West Coast, catch a brand new episode of Space Above and Beyond, followed by all new episodes of The Simpsons, Martin, Married with Children, and the series premiere of What's So Funny. It's all coming up next, right here on Fox. Saturday, it's a Fox NFL special as the Arizona Cardinals take on the San Diego Chargers in a tough interconference battle. Join Terry Bradshaw and Jimmy Johnson as they head to the announcer's booth to bring you all the exciting action at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Check local listings for game time in your area.
Tonight,
Move out, I'll cover you.
his platoon has been massacred.
They're all dead. Everyone's dead. I'm the only one.
Now, Lieutenant Nathan West is fighting for survival.
No!
On the most hostile planet in the universe.
Somebody!
A brand new Space Above and Beyond next.